Dude, hey, just go lay down. Just go lay, I'll be right back. Just go lay down. Go on. Good. Oh my God. Can I help you? Go lay your butt down, boy. I'll be right back. Go lay down. That nose. Hey, I'll be right back. Go lay down. Go on. You're not gonna get hair in this truck too, okay? Go on. Go in the garage. Go lay down. Go. Well, what's up, guys? So we're over here in a Ford F250 testing out the exhaust brake right now, or the engine brake on this. It's useless. So yeah, got an F250, and guess what? I already have to fix it. I have 1,500 miles on this truck, and it needs some work. I'll show you guys that here in a moment. This is supposedly with the engine brake on. It doesn't even do anything. Okay then, how the freaking... Oh, we're gonna turn around and go back home the other way. Assume they got it covered up for the most part. What the hell's going on? Place has got all this fanciness going on. Pretty snazzy. Alright, we're gonna turn around and go back home the other way. Back up over here real quick, like, make sure I don't get in a wreck myself. And you know what, sis, what kind of power you got here, boy? I mean, she gets up and moves okay-ish. Like, she shifts a crap ton, but you know, whatever. She scoots. It's alright. I feel like if you're in fourth gear, it actually goes when it spools up. I mean, yeah, you got to be in fourth gear for it to do something productive. And I hear that engine brake or the exhaust brake, whatever the heck they call it, on these kicking on, and the truck doesn't really do much. It's so useless. Oh man, why would you buy an F250? I didn't buy it. Tow haul mode with the exhaust brake on. Why is it so useless? I feel like do this. What kind of system is this? Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're back home. Well, I mean, take your pick. Something that's usable and works. Something that can go fast in a straight line if you don't flip it. Something that still goes fastish but can tow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the way Fords look. They look awesome, but oh my gosh, why are they so terrible? All right, let's get going here on this here thing. Well, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm an operator. I apologize if you bought a Ford, because I got a Ford here and it doesn't tow to save its life. Stock suspension. It has a leveling kit on the front. Brand spanking new tires. Got 1,500 miles on this thing. Leveling kit. Everything else is stock except for the tires and wheels. So hooking up a 10,000 pound trailer to this thing, a bumper pull, this thing squats beyond disbelief. I don't know, something like that. And it wants to rip you off the road when you're trying to tow it. The trailer's not even weighing 10,000 pounds. It probably weighs around like 75, 8,000 maybe loaded. And this thing has a ton of power, don't get me wrong, but it does not tow to save its life. So we're going to fix it. And yeah, so here's how to fix your F250 right from the dealer so it can actually tow something. So sorry that you made the mistake of buying one. We'll be right back. All right, here's our fix-it kit, because this truck knows squat. All right, we got a load lifter 5000 Ultimate. Flip it around for you. How's that, Shazam? All right, so we got the 5000 load lifter something 5000 here from Airlift. It has the internal joust bumper, and we're going to install it on this Ford F250 because it can't tow to save its life. So we got that. And then, because I live in California and we're yuppies, I got the wireless air compressor system for the airbag system. So we're going to pop this thing on too. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Biggest thing, get the damn airbags on this thing. Enjoy. Oh, I missed. There we go. That's Shazamsies. Alright, step one, lift up the truck. You know. And put her down gently. Hopefully. Jesus, there she goes. That ought to do. Stick. There we go. Alright. We're going to start from the rear because all we're doing is working on the rear. So let's get with it. Alright, let's get this box opened up here, see what we got going on. I need to get rid of the blade. Oh, you got a sticker. That's a win. Alright. That's your airlines. Manual, we don't need that. Stuff in the jiggers. And the airbag part. Cool. Sweet. And a bunch of metal pieces. What is this? User guide. We don't need that. More metal pieces and lots more metal pieces. Cool. That's good. Alright, next. Wireless air compressor. Let's see what we got here. Cool. We got some wires. User guide. Little thing. Airline. Sweet. I like it. Frame mount. Zip ties. Here, checking the jumpers. Cool. Alright. Well, that's last. Airbags first. Go from there. So most of this I'm going to do a voiceover because I want to be jamming my music because I like my music. So enjoy. Alright, so the voiceover begins. So I'm just opening up the box, getting all the parts out, making sure everything's there that I need. All these longer pieces I'm touching right now are for the actual brackets. I mean, you'll see everything that goes into the airbags here. Alright, so let's get started on the airbags. We're getting these caps here to go on top of the bags. Make sure they're actually pointed down. You'll see, I'm going to show you here in a second. Make sure that lip is facing in towards the bag. And the directions show this stuff very well. It's very clearly written and they have a lot of images, so it's nice. and this is why you want to jack the truck up, just so you have more room to place the airbags in. Alright, so we got the airbags in. I don't know what happened to my camera, but it stopped recording. You got your U-bolts that go around the leaf springs, and then you have the the two long threaded all thread that goes down below your axle. You put this plate on there to lock everything down, just like leaf springs pretty much. And of course, once in a while you may need to move the truck up or down to get the plates to fit into the top of the frame of the truck, because then you're going to have to try to push the airbag up, and that's just way too much work. Alright, go ahead and cut this excess off here. Alright, so we are finally done. There's a lot of things I didn't show, but I'm going to go over a few things with you guys real quick, just so you can see. Alright, so this is the passenger side, and you got your airbag right there. They do come with a heat shield over here to help protect the airbag from heat, so that's all good to go. And where I'm mounted, so I'm going to put some heat shield wrap on this piece of the exhaust, just because I have the pump system right up here, as you can see, and got everything routed and plumbed up with wires, and put the intake for the air filter for the compressor right there, so it's dry up and out of the way. It's not going to catch any moisture. Everything over here is tight, there's no leaks, and you see, like the rest of the wiring, or the wiring, but the airline, got it tucked up and away from everything the best possible, away from the exhaust, all the way to the other side, and down to the other airbag. And took the power wire and followed the rest of the loom on the frame all the way down, brought it up to the engine bay. So here's your fuse link right here. Let me fix this here. All right, so there's your fuse. It's just a 15 ampere. You just splice those suckers in, positive, negative, negative, positive. Cap this thing up real quick. Very watertight link. So I just pulled everything up just beside the frame rail and the wheel well, just threw a piece of like hanger wire down there, wrapped the wires up, and just yanked them up the rest of the way. There is a pink wire with this loom. If you want to, you can have it so you connect it to whatever supply you want that is powered when you turn the ignition on. It's not mandatory, but you can do it if you want to. The compressor shuts off on the truck until it senses motion, or you actually change the PSI on the pump to go up or down. So if the truck is just sitting overnight, it's not going to keep on trying to fill up the bags or something like that. So it's not going to just drain your batteries. That's kind of the bulk of it. I am extremely tired. I had a long day at work, and then this thing kind of beat my butt a little bit. If you have a lift, it'll make it super easy. There's one thing I'll probably do a little bit later on is put this T-fitting in there, and then still route one of these in case something ever happens to the compressor. You still have a manual hookup. It's not that big of a deal. I can do something like that. It's easy. I'm tired. I'm kind of done. And here's your remote, and you just kind of turn it on, hit one of the buttons. Hope you guys can see that. We're at 51 psi right now, and if you want to, just click it down, and truck's gonna just do all of its adjustments. It's going down. Click it back up. Let's go back up to 50 or something. 50. You can't really see it, but the truck is coming up just a hair. And let's just go all the way down to the minimum is 5 psi on the truck. We'll just do that. I'll show you guys how much it moves. So there you go. That's pretty much it. And there's like a syncing process to do with the remote and the compressor. If you mess up the sync process, you just disconnect the fuse to your battery, to the pump, and put it back on. Then the remote will go on like a search mode, and it's going to show the serial number of the actual pump on there. You just select that, and then it pairs it. You're pretty much done, and you just go to town. Just start adjusting away. And you know, you can preset the remote for your low and your high. Everything's is in this booklet, so that's not too big of a deal. And that's kind of the bulk of it. There was one issue. There's a U-clamp or a U-bolt for the actual compressor. For some reason, they didn't have the nuts for it. These were the wrong ones, so I just had my own set of nuts. Threw those on there. Get your flush cut zip tie cut-a-majiggers, because nothing beats getting your arm slashed open by a sideways, halfway sticking out zip tie, so that sucks. You can also put self-tappers to put the pump in. I've done it before on a few other ones, and I've seen it happen a few on the other ones. I've never seen a pump fall off. So yeah, so I'm just gonna throw all this stuff back in the box for later on. A few extra knicker-knackers. Super easy install. It's a little bit time consuming, and it's a heck of a neck breaker and a back breaker. But it's not bad. I mean, I'm saying 4 hours if you're taking your sweet time, like kind of how I was. If you have someone to help you out, definitely a benefit. You know, get you zip ties or get you something. Just an extra hand is a lot better than getting in and out of the dang truck, or out of from under the truck every time. So not bad. So there's a good way to fix your Ford, a brand new Ford that can't tow. Get yourself an airlift, a 5000 or whatever other system they have. 5000 is like a good in between. I just like it that they have the internal bump stops. And the bags have a good amount of like expansion. Like, you're not going to tear a bag if you're kind of flexing on the truck. Overall, I mean, airlift makes good stuff. I never had an issue with them. And Ford needs to kind of get their stuff together, because I don't know why a brand new truck like this is sagging so bad with a 8-ish thousand-pound trailer. And they hate you saying, oh, I can carry 18,000 pounds and 1,800 pounds tongue weight. I wonder how bad it sags if you do that. So yeah, there is the bulk of it. How to fix your Ford F250 2021. Right off the bat, straight from the dealer. We got some extra air filters for the air filter for the compressor. Some extra valve stem stuff, that's for that. Just gonna throw those in a box for later. And super good directions. Honestly, easy to follow. Honestly, if you can change the oil, you can totally install an airbag system on a truck. It's not bad at all. Biggest thing, just make sure you put all the bracketry on the airbags in the right order. I actually messed up on the passenger side. The bottom plate, I had it flipped around by mistake. So just make sure you do that type of stuff. And be sure to put heat shielding around the exhaust or around the actual lines. That is going to happen. I just don't have it right now. I'm going to do that a little bit later, but it's not like it's going to melt it right away. Nothing is touching anything hot. Just long-term effects. Not recommended. Very basic amount of tools. Very basic. Had my impact guns and everything just to throw all the other airbag stuff together. Just to make it a little bit easier. It's kind of nice that they have that heat shield for the exhaust. So I mean, they thought about it. They definitely did. Overall, that's kind of the bulk of it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go to bed and clean this stuff up. I'm whipped. Appreciate you guys' time. Hope you guys can fix your Ford. If you can't fix the Ford, just go buy yourself a Ram, and you'll be good to go for a long time. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.